Attention!
Welcome to the Film Mages Podcast, where the popcorn is our ammunition, the couch is our foxhole, and the cinema is our place of worship.
Now let me see your war face. Ah!
And so I had to wake up at
to
get my mom, and then last night I got on the couch at 1 a.m. and I did not fall asleep until 4:30 in the morning. I even put on my headphones and played rain sounds to try to lull myself to sleep.
Rain sounds, those don't really work for me. ASMR in general doesn't work for me. I hate it.
I don't ever do that to fall asleep, but I was desperate because I was like, I know my mom's going to be up at 6 a.m. tomorrow, and I want to go get breakfast with her, you know? So today I woke up at 7:30 after falling asleep at 4:30. So that was great.
So you had 3 hours and 20 minutes of sleep, including that nap.
Including my nap,
wow.
yeah.
Well,
it was great.
Hello, everybody. We're the Film Majors.
Hi.
Welcome to the struggle.
Yes.
I'm Zack.
I'm Mick.
I'm sleepy.
She's sleepy. I'm dopey. You're grumpy.
Oh, my God. Guys, I've got one thing to say.
What's up?
What's going on?
No, that's not what I have to say!
Oh, I knew
Fucking
it.
me like this!
Oh, man.
You set me up for it.
No!
No, he didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't!
He didn't.
I've got one thing to say! And it's not what's going on!
Okay, what is it?
Uptown got its hustlers, the Bowery's got its bums, but 20th century got Big Jim Cameron, he a film shooting son of a gun. Yeah, he big head dog as a man can't
Get
call
off
him
the
buddy,
stage.
so
Tomato,
that's
tomato,
what they
tomato.
call
Get
it.
off the
And when the
stage.
bad folks all get together at night, you know they all call Big Jim balls, and that's because...
God bless your editing this
Okay,
episode because I
no,
never
no,
want to
he's
hear
not.
that again.
I am.
Yeah,
I'm
but I'm
editing
going to
this
be
episode.
right there, and if that doesn't make it in, I'm going to kick him in the head. I actually should thank Alexis for starting What's Going On, because it means Mick can't cut this, because we're already in What's Going On.
I hate that. Oh, God.
So the Oscar noms came out.
Yes, thank God. Yes, thank you for serenading us. Let's get to it. Let's get right into it, guys. The 2023 Oscar nominations are out. They dropped this morning because we're recording this as of Tuesday. And you know what? There's some surprises and some not surprises. How do we feel, folks?
I had two takeaways that I have discussed in depth throughout the day with my mother.
Here we go.
Was that I was so fucking happy that Stephanie Sue got her fucking nomination for Best Supporting Actress.
It would have been weird if Jamie Lee Curtis got nominated and she didn't.
Oh, I was,
Yeah.
I'm sure lots of people were about to start riots if that were the case. So,
Yeah. Again, I mentioned earlier in our chat, I really need to see that movie again. I've only seen it once. It's now at the very top of my list of movies to rewatch, mainly because of Stephanie Sue, because I just remember Jamie Lee Curtis making me feel gross. That was my main takeaway from that.
maybe it was the hot dog fingers.
I think it was a hot dog fingers.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the wig is kind of upsetting. Her whole look is
It's her overall hot
very
doggy vibes.
drab.
I don't like
Kinda
IRS
wet.
agents either. Like,
No.
I've heard my bosses, on the phone with them before. Not fun. Not a good time.
Yeah.
So,
Fuck Jamie Lee Curtis.
my other takeaway... okay, excuse me. I like Jamie Lee Curtis. She had my favorite audio on TikTok from fucking Halloween, which was... it's fucking it's October 1st, people. Why the fuck are we starting? Why the fuck am I hearing Christmas music?
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I'm so with you.
And I was like, I'm with you.
Whoever
lady.
Thank
just
you,
said
Jamie
"fuck you,
Lee."
Jamie Lee Curtis," fuck that guy.
Yeah,
He
what
doesn't
a
know what he's
dick.
talking
Doesn't know
about.
what he's
What a
doing.
piece
Tomato,
of
tomato,
shit.
tomato.
Oh man.
Okay, but my other takeaway was that Paul Mescal got a nomination for Best Actor in a leading role, and I wasn't necessarily expecting it, but I was pleasantly surprised that he made the list because that was one of the movies that I was like, oh, I really want to see this before we do our list for the year, and
Right.
I did, and I really did like his performance quite a bit. So.
Nuts.
I'll have to check that out. I haven't seen that yet.
I feel like the category I was generally least disappointed in was probably Picture.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they did a fairly good job with the Best Picture nominees.
What was the most disappointing for you?
I mean... the complete snubbing of Nope is fucked. Yeah.
They should
absolutely
should have gotten it for cinematography.
I mean, we all know my feelings on Nope. I'll kick you in the head.
I'm just saying, it's the VFX that's the ultimate sin. That absolutely deserves a VFX.
VFX, score, cinematography at the very
I don't really
least.
think the score necessarily.
Hugely the score.
But I haven't rewatched it, so I guess I really can't say.
I have rewatched
That's the only film score from last year that I actually listened to in my day-to-day.
Well, once you watch Babylon, Zach, you'll
be
on our side.
Listen to that score because
I'm sorry, but
theme from Babylon is so grating.
Once
to me
you
now.
hear
it's
Coke
so
Room once, you'll be hooked.
He told me he was like,
he
told me he was like, I'm excited to see the movie. I just didn't like the trailer music, and I was like, that's the soundtrack.
Yeah, it's incredibly grating.
Oh God,
that trailer was so annoying. Fucking cut it out. It's making me angry.
Okay, you're the one who's fucking singing some fucking James Cameron song as we open up.
And we are humming an Oscar-nominated score over here.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're going to come after Jim Croce? All right.
What?
That's a Jim Croce song. You don't mess around with Jim.
I have no idea
I
what you're talking
am
about.
coming at Jim Croce.
Well, our 4% of listeners who are over 60, they get me.
Okay, great.
All right, Zach's dad. That was for you.
Well, he's not over 60, but
is he not?
Let's
Oh, wow.
Is he not? Jesus Christ.
I guess
my parents are almost 70, older. So.
Yeah, my parents are older than
yeah, well, you're older.
Yeah, I would say my takeaway from that was, yes, I think RRR got...
yeah, that's...
What?
We had this moment, and then my first thought was Mick's the Crypt Keeper.
Oh, God.
I mean, he did, go, when he sat down.
I did. I had leg day today, and oh, my God, it's a pain to sit.
But when he says he had leg day, he means he had a hip replaced.
Yeah, no, I got a new knee. I wish RRR got more nominations
I'm really
other
glad
than
that
one.
They got a nomination for the song Not To. I'm literally going
to needs to win.
I'm going to make my mom watch just that scene
it's so
with
good.
me tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm kind of bummed, because I can recognize Nope always has been, always will be too cool for the Oscars. But RRR was the one movie that I feel was kind of in conversation for Best Picture that didn't get nominated, where I'm like, okay, fucking come on, guys.
Well, in terms of foreign films, which again, I'm still not a huge fan of that category, but I really think Broker should have gotten a nomination for foreign films.
Yeah, you know what? The only movie that I haven't seen on the Best Picture list is Triangle of Sadness.
Ooh,
same.
Good transition point. There were 3 this morning that I had not seen. I had not seen All Quiet on the Western Front, Triangle of Sadness, or Women Talking. Mm-hmm. There are now 2 on that list.
What'd you see?
I went and saw Women Talking right before we started recording.
Really?
And what'd you think?
It devastated me.
It is devastating.
It broke my goddamn heart into a million pieces. Yeah. I did cry during the movie. Everyone was right.
Do you agree with what I said, that it is required viewing?
Yes,
for
absolutely.
Everybody?
Yes, especially if you're a man.
Yeah.
I would say that these 2 maybe tend to cry more during films. I feel like that's fair to say than me.
A lot of movies do pass the Mick test.
It's hard for me to gauge. It's hard for me to gauge when you guys tell me I'm gonna cry.
I cried, but we cried through the entire movie.
Yeah.
Like I didn't stop. The first time I saw this movie, I did not stop crying, and even on my second rewatch, because I rewatched it yesterday with my mom.
Good for you.
I cried again. Thankfully I did not almost have a panic attack like the first time. I thought that was going to happen as I was exiting the theater. I really needed to get to my car, but looking up, I think I processed it better this time.
That's good. Processed the trauma a little better on the second go.
I was on my way back here talking to Sloan on the phone, and she was like, do you want to talk about the movie? And I started talking about it, and I was like, actually, if I keep talking, I'm going to burst into tears, so I'm going to stop talking about it.
So when I opened up my phone this morning and saw the nominations, I think that was my biggest elation, was seeing that Women Talking got a Best Picture nomination. That's the one I'm gunning for.
I didn't know that it was gonna make
the
list.
Me neither.
Yeah,
that's the one.
It was going to.
That's the one I want to win. I don't know if it will win. It probably won't. But that's the one. If that movie wins, I will be so happy.
Women Talking is my #1 movie of the year, but I actually kind of want Everything Everywhere All at Once to win Best Picture. I don't know.
It would be nice for a comedy to win Best Picture.
An action
that hasn't
comedy.
happened since 1978.
I just think that the movie was so involved, and it pulls it off. It doesn't feel like at any point that it's gone off the deep end in like a way that doesn't quite make sense. I think that just for how big a vision that movie was, they pulled it off immaculately well, and I just think that that's a sign of an incredibly well-made movie.
That's why
a lot of great moving parts.
That's why I want it to win Best Original Screenplay.
Yeah,
because it is so original.
Yeah, I also want it to win Best Original Screenplay. That's also my pick for that.
Yeah.
My gut feeling is Banshees, just because I love the dialogue so much. But if I had to pick one that I think is the most deserving, I think it's Everywhere. For Best Screenplay?
Yeah, Tar's my favorite of the original. Well, actually, either Tar or The Fabelmans.
Women Talking.
I hope The Fabelmans wins Best Picture.
Women Talking only got nominated for 2 things, but I really hope that they win for Best Adapted Screenplay.
It should.
Yeah, I think it has a solid chance of that. It might be Glass Onion. I could see it being Glass Onion.
I don't want that to win. Why?
Listen,
that would be a bad choice.
I'm not saying what I want to win.
You're saying what it likely will happen.
Okay,
yeah.
And you know what I think is going to win Best Picture?
Huh. Shut the fuck up.
I seriously think so.
No.
Yes.
No.
I think it's going to be Elvis.
Shut up.
I genuinely think so.
If that happens, I won't be upset. But
I
will be
think I might
shocked.
actually be upset.
I will be
because
shocked.
over all of the other movies that are on the list, it's just too stacked for. I fucking love Elvis. Okay, don't get me wrong.
Oh, what are you saying, Alexis?
Love
What's this coming
this
from
movie,
you? No,
okay?
please continue.
But I don't think that it deserves Best Picture when you stack it up against all of the other fucking nominees.
Thank you.
Well, that's exactly what I told him this morning. I was like, I love the movie. I just don't know if it's
allow me to explain a little bit to our audience how the voting works for Best Picture. Because it's not like all the other categories where it's like, people pick their one favorite.
Yeah.
With Best Picture, Academy voters do ranked choice voting of the nominees. So they rank them 1 through 10, and whatever has the best average score will be the winner. Which benefits movies that a lot of people put their 2, 3 spot.
Yeah, because the average is higher.
Yeah. And you know one thing about Academy voters? They're fucking old. They're old, and they are in the entertainment biz. So
they do love
you're
Elvis.
goddamn right they are going to fucking love
back.
Elvis. I think that Elvis is going to be the beneficiary of ranked choice voting this year, and I won't be mad, but I will be disappointed, and also, I'm kidding, I'll be a little mad. Every year I tell myself I'm not going to get mad about the Oscars, and I never succeed.
You know I love Baz, but he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I really am.
His wife deserves to win in her category.
Catherine Martin, right?
Yeah.
No, for costumes, for production design, all of that, I want Elvis to win, and I will stand by it. I want sound. Elvis.
That sound mix is a fucking mess.
I love it. It's one of my best. It's my favorite parts.
What else did we have for sound?
Some really good competition.
That's the other fucking huge snub for Nope. That is
sound design.
Nope's sound design is as someone who just finished mixing a fairly long film project. Nope's sound design is fucking sublime.
We got Elvis, Top Gun, The Batman, Avatar, and All Quiet.
I
don't know. I kind of like All Quiet. I don't know.
I still need to see it. I really like the Batman sound design.
Yeah, I think the Batman too. I think I actually didn't even, because I sent you guys my whole list of what I voted on, and I didn't even vote on fucking sound because I was like, I don't know. I think I'm just not enough of a sound person to really be like, this should win.
Yeah.
The year that Ford v Ferrari came out, I was like, that seems right.
I like the sound of the engines.
Well, no, it just the mixing was good, you know?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now that we've all seen Women Talking, I would like to put forward my new, crush, I suppose.
Oh.
Ben Whishaw.
Ben Whishaw. Oh my god. I saw that coming.
There's just something about a man crying. It really gets me.
Film Majors listeners, get your hot takes here from Alexis. Ben Whishaw, hot off the presses.
It's not Winshaw, it's Wishaw.
Is it Wishaw?
Yeah.
Wishaw.
At no point during Women Talking was I like, damn, there's some baddies in this. You know what I was like, however, for the first 15 minutes?
What?
Was looking over at the ladies in my fucking row and going, could you women shut the fuck up? I'm trying to watch Women Talking. There were some...
Yeah. I can't hear these women over these broads.
Listen, ladies, I'm trying to listen and do the work. Would you shut the fuck up?
Listen to me, I'm trying to respect women. Now shut the fuck up! Okay. Well.
I felt like I needed to share that experience because I was I can't tell these women to stop fucking talking.
Yeah, it's a tough
during
spot.
Women Talking.
I had a somewhat similar experience seeing the movie with my mom because my mom tends to make comments. And I've seen the movie before, so it's not like I need to pay attention necessarily, but I really like the movie.
Yeah.
But she was just so, they need to leave. They need to leave, Alexis.
Oh,
and
I
was
love
just
that
I was
so
like,
much.
I was like, you need to shh.
Mom, you need to stop talking.
Yeah, no, I literally just this happened at least, I think it was 4 separate times where I was like, listen to them. Shh, just watch the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
That's hilarious.
It's a different
You
look
gotta
when
love
I
women
do it,
talking,
though.
except
Yeah.
when other women are talking over
Yeah.
them.
Seriously.
In that scenario, I was very nearly the man
Yeah.
going, could you please shut the
You gotta
fuck
be
up?
like Ben Whishaw. Just take notes. Take the minutes.
No, that's what I was doing.
Proud of you.
Well, my rage was building and building and building.
So, something else I'd like to talk about really quickly. Best Actress nomination.
I want Michelle Yeoh to win.
So, there you go. I think we're all on the same page because
Generally,
my favorite, no, not favorite. I think the best performance out of everyone I've seen there was Cate Blanchett.
Agreed.
For Tar. But because I remember watching it and thinking, God, this is even better than her performance in Blue Jasmine, which she also won. So she should be a shoo-in. But here's the thing. She already won an Academy Award. And
I also think that,
I want Michelle Yeoh to win.
I think that maybe in my mind, I think that Cate Blanchett did better because it's a drama.
Yeah, I think that I've seen Michelle Yeoh do better work in other stuff.
Yeah, I don't remember her
Namely-
performance from that film. I remember more of the film itself.
I remember her in the film. I think she was good. But I've seen better work from Michelle Yeoh. I think she's, Crouching Tiger. She's incredible.
Oh, fantastic.
And recently, Mick and I watched Super Cop.
Yes.
Which
so good.
love Michelle Yeoh in that movie. She's so
fantastic.
badass.
Yeah.
I've not seen it, but I will put it on my list.
I'm
There's
so
a
excited
point
for
where
you to
she
see
drives
it.
a motorcycle. She drives a motorcycle. She rides it on top of a train.
Dude, that woman is
Craziest thing ever.
badass.
She's the fucking coolest.
Yeah, if there's any doubt that she is not one of the coolest women alive, watch
Oh
Super
yeah,
Cop. Watch
my
Super Cop.
favorite thing in the past week was just watching a video where she roasted Jackie Chan.
Yeah. Male chauvinistic pig.
Yeah, those were her exact words.
But it was interesting because you say, "Oh no, no, we're homies." But
Yeah.
I
He
tell it
believes
to
that
his
women
face.
should stay at home.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was all,
Jackie Chan does not like women talking.
No, I don't think so.
Anything else that we want to discuss with the Oscar noms?
I talked to my mom about this. I love Brendan Fraser. I love Ke Huy Quan. I really want Barry Keoghan to win.
Oh, for best supporting actor.
That is my favorite of those performances, but I will not be upset when Ke Huy Quan wins.
He's my number one choice.
I would not be upset, but
'Cause
I really I told my mom while we were walking through Macy's today, Because she's actually seen a lot of these movies herself.
Good
She's
for her.
seen Banshees of Inisherin.
Hell yeah.
Like, she's very like, I made sure to go see that when it was in town because it was only at Edwards. They don't play that everywhere.
Dolores, we love you.
I'm always so delighted by your impression of your mom.
It's the best. And I've seen the impressions that your sisters do of your mother, and yours is still my favorite. It's in the head movement.
That's why I didn't bring her today, because I was like, inevitably she's here, so I will probably do an impression of her, and I don't want her to hear it.
Just so you know, it was on the table for a brief millisecond that Dolores was going to join us today.
Until I specified that
Alexis
was
said
a
no.
hard
Alexis
limit.
shot that down before I could voice my approval
Yeah,
for that.
I was like, oh man, what a great host she'd be.
Oh, fuck. We'd have to turn her levels way down. Jesus. But yeah, no, I was like in Macy's and walking around, and I was just like, I just don't think you understand, Mom. Like, when he asked her, so you ever think that, maybe me and you? He broke me. He fucking broke me.
You ever think a girl like you could ever fall in love with a boy like me? That's stupid.
I love him.
I'm just gonna go do that thing I was gonna do over there.
God. I gotta
Interesting.
fucking put some seasoning in my taste in men.
You're looking
Ben
for
Wishaw, Barry Keoghan.
You're looking for a man who, when you shoot him down, is gonna shoot himself.
Well,
Wow.
Both of those guys.
Wow.
Either attempt or
also
commit
because
suicide.
because Paul Mescal is my other favorite of
Are you
this
gonna
year.
spoil
and
After Sun for me?
Oh,
no.
God.
But I found this this review on Letterboxd that was
That's how Alexis spoils movies. Oh, I find him attractive. Oh, so he kills himself in the movie. Great. Thanks. Sorry. Keep talking.
I just like them a little spicy in the mentally ill department.
And by spicy, you mean on a downward spiral.
Hey, we have to have something to talk about, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just the sickly boys; it's the mentally sickly boys as well. Like
It's
they
in
need
the
to be
same vein of things,
same vein.
They're fragile.
They're cut from the same cloth. Wow.
Okay, wait, but there was on After Sun's Letterboxd reviews, somebody said, "Made me want to kill myself. A high mark of any movie."
Fuck.
And I was like, gotta screenshot that.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Mick, you were gonna say?
About what? That was so long ago. So long ago. I don't even remember. I was
sorry.
going to say Kei Swan. That's his name, right?
Ki Hoi Kwan.
Ki Hoi Kwang. Excuse me. Now when we're talking about Everything Everywhere All at Once, his performance is what I remember.
It's
Yes.
so sincere.
Like that's when I think of performances, his is at the top of my list. So
Yeah.
that's why I think he actually will win, and he's actually my choice to win. So that's really all I have to say. I'm just really
I
pulling
would
for him.
like to see Barry win for something this year, though.
Yeah.
He's got time though.
I think that Ki Hoi Kwan is kind of the one person or thing in any category that I think is an absolute lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Avatar for VFX.
Yeah.
That's an absolute lock. If that loses to something,
That'd be nuts.
I will take up arms with you, Zack. That's the only occasion I will take up arms with you.
You'll come around. Don't worry.
Oh, no.
You'll get it.
I won't stand next to you, but I'll stand behind you and slightly to the left.
All right.
Every step of the way, buddy.
I really, really would like to see Stephanie Sue win in her category. The only person I haven't seen is Angela Bassett in Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either. I'm rooting for Carrie Condon.
You're rooting for Carrie Condon?
Yeah,
I
she's
think
great.
she's wonderful.
She's really, really great.
That's also the only place where my personal picks and the actual Oscar picks in that category cross over, I believe.
Yeah.
So.
That's fair. I was really torn on costume design because I was like,
Yeah,
Elvis,
you
but
put
also
Babylon. I'm still going Elvis.
I think that production design, I think that Catherine Martin should win because a lot of thought and subtext went into some of the set pieces. Whereas I think that with the costume design, it's yes, I mean, a lot of them are kind of reproductions but kind of making them a little bit more revamped. So, I mean, I wouldn't be mad with either of them, to be honest, because I love the era that Babylon comes from. I just love costumes so much.
You said subtle and Elvis, and it got me confused.
I didn't say subtle in Elvis.
Yeah, you did.
No.
You said something about subtlety in the production design.
No, it's with subtext.
Oh,
Subtext.
okay. Well, same thing.
Shows that you were listening, Zach.
Nope.
I talked about the fucking hotel room. I talked about that. You know how I feel about the fucking cage.
Which is why she needs to win.
Of things that Elvis could win, I'd be generally behind production designer costumes.
Yeah. One more thing I gotta say about the nominations is...
Yeah, we gotta get moving on from this.
I realized that hair and makeup
Yeah.
really is gonna come down to which was the best fat suit of 2022. Brendan Fraser's The Whale. Is it gonna be Colin Farrell's The Penguin? Is it gonna be Austin Butler's The Elvis? Or is it going to be Tom Hanks's Colonel Tom Parker?
I don't really want... Oh, my God.
I do not know. I do not want Elvis to win for that category.
Just snowman.
Yeah, because I realized there's so many fat suits this year.
Do you guys remember when I told you that, like, I would never tell my mom to go see The Whale because I knew she would never want to go see it?
Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
well,
remember.
it's because she's been a nurse for, like... She was a nurse for, like, 45 years.
Wow.
You know? So, like, for her, she doesn't see certain movies because and this is from her own mouth, I have seen enough of that kind of suffering
That's fair.
to last me a lifetime. Because when I talked to her about it, because I was like, I know you're never going to see this, so I'm just kind of going to discuss some of the things that went on and blah, 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 you know? We literally just started talking about one of her patients that was exactly kind of like that guy.
Okay.
You know? So it's like, it's definitely an honest portrayal.
Disagree.
Nope.
I think the way it is shot is disgustingly exploitative. Hate it. Hate the movie.
That's okay.
It's okay to be wrong, Zach.
I'll never know
And I'm
what it's
quoting
like.
you on that.
I'll never
I'm
know
quoting
what
you.
it's like.
That's your own line.
Opinions.
Well, that's for people who aren't me.
Opinions are subjective.
Nah, mine are right.
Nope.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
We gotta move on.
Yeah, we really...
Can we hop out of what's going on?
Yeah.
Should we? Because there are some other movies that we should probably discuss aside from
No.
Oscars.
We probably gotta...
Okay, I think we gotta...
Let's just rattle off some quick reviews because I know
Okay.
we've all seen a lot of movies.
Mick and I watched Possession, which is a masterpiece,
Absolute masterpiece.
and we'll probably talk about it.
And we're going to be seeing it at the Alamo Drafthouse in
Yes.
theaters this next month, which I'm really excited for. I saw Saint Omer, which is really good. It's that French film that came out recently. It's a very, very good picture that basically is about this woman is standing trial. A journalist comes and is just kind of like listening to the story, which is very much based on a true story because that's what the director actually did.
Oh, wow.
She's a documentarian and visited this trial in France and just was completely blindsided by this case. And it's a very voyeuristic film. You very much feel like you're just a juror in court, so it's not super exciting, but it's very engaging. So I would check that out. I also saw White Noise, finally.
Okay.
The first half of that film is a goddamn masterpiece, and then it kind of goes off the rails for me a little bit in the second half. But oh my god, talk about good production design and good cinematography and costume design.
Yeah.
You all, both of you, should check that out. Really, you won't be wasting your time by watching White Noise.
It's been on my list. Noah Baumbach, I really like him.
Yeah.
So
He's like with Greta Gerwig, and she's like one of my favorite people like ever. So
And
How do you feel about Adam Driver?
yeah, tell us about Daddy Driver.
damn daddy Adam Driver.
He's one, and I'm telling you, White Noise has one of my favorite Adam Driver performances in it.
Okay.
The first half is
I know,
strangely.
it's just that, like, I am having such a hard time paying attention to movies. So I'm really trying to see movies in theater when I can.
I'm with you. I'm totally with you.
I will literally stop movies right in the fucking middle of them and just like go make myself a snack and then like come back and like start them again and then
Right.
like take a break to like watch a TikTok
It is.
or something.
It is nice to have zero distractions. I'm with
Yeah.
you. I try to put my phone like in the other room when I'm sitting here and watching a film. But anyways, the first half is really frightening, but also strangely hilarious. So that's great. And the other one I checked out was Alice.
No,
yes, Alice. But I watched Plane, the Gerard Butler action film.
Oh, I saw your review for that.
I was so happy with it. Oh my god!
I was so attracted to Gerard Butler at one time because he was the Phantom of the Opera.
The Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
And then as soon as I saw 300, I was like, ugh, gross.
Oh, he's fascist. Ugh.
Oh, he's muscular.
Okay, Alexis, any films you want?
He's in
got
shape.
it.
Gross.
Okay, we gotta stay on track. Alexis, any movies that you watch?
Okay, I did a lot of rewatching. Lost City, fun fucking movie. If you just wanna fucking laugh, go for it. I rewatched The Black Phone. I liked it so much better on a rewatch.
Yeah, good movie.
If you just want to fucking laugh, watch Black Phone.
Let's see here. I did watch three movies in theaters. I'll tell you the duds first, which was The Sun. It was not great. I really wanted to rate it higher.
Oh,
because
that's the
I
Hugh
really
Jackman
liked,
movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The only good parts of that movie was Hugh Jackman and Laura Dern, which, whatever.
I believe that.
But even they could not save the script and the bad lighting and just...
Oof.
Oh my god, yeah. Anyways, not great. I also saw Alice, Darling with
Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick. It was boring. Both of them were boring, and considering the serious subject matter, I was like, well, I wish that wasn't the case. But because I watched The Sun and it kind of dealt with like honestly, I think that my best takeaway from The Sun was kind of like it made me like kind of empathize with parents and really like makes me like consider again having a lot of compassion for my parents and like how difficult it is to not be able to understand like what your kid is going through and stuff. So that was great. And because that movie was such a dud, I rewatched the movie Beautiful Boy with my boy Timothée Chalamet, my sickly Victorian child. And not as good on a rewatch as I remembered it being, but whatever. And then the other movie that I saw was Skinamarink. And can I read my review?
I read your
Yes,
review.
I liked it. I liked this review.
Yeah, I really
I
enjoyed
gave it 1 star on Letterboxd. I said, gotta give at least a star for the Foley work and effort. I've been having a problem with insomnia lately, but I find the sound of static so incredibly soothing, I consider just shutting my eyes and taking a nap. I think I yawned more times than things happened, which is kind of extraordinary.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what you should do?
I really considered, I straight up like 4 different times I closed my eyes and then I was like, but what if something does happen? And then every time I opened my eyes, I was like,
joke's on you.
Oh, and then when it just ended, I was like, will never get that time back.
Alexis, the next time you're on your couch trying to get to sleep, just put on Skinamarink.
I think I might just put it on.
No, do it alone in your house.
I don't have to worry. I don't have to care. Oh, God. That, like I told Zack, I used to watch that same cartoon when I was a kid. So frightening. But here's the thing. One thing I will say.
Oh, my God. No thing.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Zack, you're good.
I think that our next section's going to be a little shorter.
Yeah, because I've already told you that.
Okay.
Our next movies,
We're just
going
to list it off. It'll be okay.
It's review.
I have a hard out at 6:30.
Yeah, so it's...
Yeah, okay. We got to move on.
Oh, my God. Okay, fine.
Okay, we're done with what's going
All
on.
right, folks. Bye.
And we're back.
Oh, my God. How have you been?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It has been probably a few days.
Since this is a visual medium, I'm so happy to see you again.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's been forever. So, really quickly, what are some movies that we're really excited for the upcoming year? Because
I made a list.
I made a
also
list, too.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Oh, in the 10 minutes before we recorded.
I told Zack I was showering before we recorded
I
this,
saw
and I
that
was
Zack
like...
made a list on Letterboxd, and I was like, oh, you can do that. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you guys, like, let's make sure we make a list for our most anticipated movies, and then I was taking a
proceeds
shower,
to not make
and then
a
I
list.
didn't. I was like, God, I'm forgetting something. Oh, that's right.
Okay, so a few of mine. Infinity Pool, Brandon Cronenberg's upcoming movie that Mick and I are seeing this week.
That's right.
Alexis, I would have gotten you a ticket, but then AMC Stubs went down. It
Yeah.
just crashed.
Oh, wait, Alexis, are you not joining us? I thought you were.
No, because my thing doesn't reset until Friday, so I'm seeing it Friday night.
Okay.
I'm not about to pay $18 when I only pay $25 a month to see 3 movies for free every week.
That's
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
I want them to pay me to see these fucking movies.
goddamn right.
Renfield, the
Yeah.
comedy
Here, here,
starring
here, here.
Nicholas Hoult and
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage. And Dune Part 2.
Dune Part 2 with Academy Award winning Austin Butler in it.
My top 5 fucking movies to anticipate this year are the fucking new Spider-Man, Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah, very excited.
Oh, okay.
Very
Nice.
excited for
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I think that the first one, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, was a fucking 5-star movie. So to me, it was a 5-star movie. So I'm really fucking excited.
I'm kind of
for
in
this.
agreement with you.
Yeah, I thought it was really
I
good.
love that movie.
My second most anticipated is the Barbie movie that Greta Gerwig is
Here,
going to
here.
be putting out.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking stoked for the
Yep.
costume design. I'm like, I want my eyes to explode with pink. And then my third was Renfield. I just love Nicholas Hoult.
Fuck
His
yeah.
beautiful blue eyes.
Oh, man.
They're so
Beautiful.
gorgeous.
So beautiful.
Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So excited. I have a few that I'd like to rattle off.
Please.
Obviously, Oppenheimer. We're all excited for that one.
Sure.
The movie, just sure? Are you serious, Alexis?
It's not even in my top 5.
You can't stop the
Cillian Murphy?
Hayao Miyazaki is putting out a movie this year, okay?
yeah, that's,
Fuck
well,
Oppenheimer.
How come you didn't?
That's called How Do You
Because I
Live.
didn't finish my list. I told you I had 5, but you only let me get through 3.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Sorry,
how come you
we're
didn't rattle
rushing.
it off?
My other one is Wonka, but because Timothy Chalamet's in
Dude,
it.
that's on my list, too.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet as Wonka
My
meeting all the
boy.
Oompa
I
Loompas.
mean, I'm excited for Paul King to direct another movie, but I'm sad
He's
it's
gonna
not
be in a top
Paddington
hat.
3.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So the movie I'm actually most excited for of the upcoming year is the new André Olvidal movie, The Last Voyage of Demeter, which is
not on my list.
So this is a vampire movie starring Viggo Mortensen.
I'm sorry. When you said The Last Voyage, I really thought it was going to be a boat movie for a second.
Can I finish? Because can I finish? Because it is an adaptation of the chapter of Bram Stoker's Dracula of when he is in his casket and he travels to England. That chapter is becoming its own movie starring Viggo Mortensen from the director who did the last autopsy, the autopsy of Jane Doe.
Oh, that's a
Okay,
fun
that's
movie.
kind of exciting.
Doesn't that sound amazing, guys?
I'm at least intrigued.
I have one that I think both of you guys are going to be excited about for different reasons, and that's Michael Mann's Ferrari.
Okay. Who's in
Okay.
it?
Ferrari because cars,
Yes.
Yeah.
and Adam Driver.
Is he playing Enzo Ferrari? Oh my God, yes.
Okay.
And Michael
Directed by
Mann's
Michael
Well,
Mann.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't
Don't
even
worry,
see that on
damn
the list.
daddy. I will be there to support you in the theaters.
I bet you that's going to be better than Ford versus Ferrari
Probably.
because James Mangold. Oh.
Oh, wait. I forgot to mention Mission Impossible.
Yeah, absolutely.
I still haven't seen any of the
Dun,
movies,
dun,
but
dun, dun, dun,
I'm kind
dun,
of
dun,
excited to watch them all with you guys. So
I am.
I am
I'm so
I
excited
am.
to
Zach
watch
and I
it.
are so excited to watch this.
I
with you.
do want to see Dune Part 2 as well.
The Tune.
Yeah.
Knock at the Cabin. I'm excited for. Comes out next week. A
Yeah.
new M Night Shyamalan movie. And Evil Dead Rise.
Yes, absolutely.
And this movie called Spaceman by Johan Renck. It's about an astronaut floating alone at the edge of the galaxy, and it's starring Adam Sandler, Carey Mulligan, and Paul Dano.
Nice.
And Isabella Rossellini.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So I'm excited for that movie.
Bradley Cooper's coming out with a new movie called Maestro, where he's playing Leonard Bernstein.
One of my friends was a background actor in
Oh,
that.
cool.
Have you, Zach, have you seen Promising Young Woman?
No.
You guys both fucking suck. Okay.
Well, we
so
knew that.
Emerald, yeah, I know you do. Emerald Fennell was the director on that, and she was also an actress in this British show called The Midwife that I really loved. But she's directing a new movie. It's called Saltburn, and Barry Keoghan is going to be in there, and Rosamund Pike, my girl, and Jacob Elordi, who's from Euphoria. Yeah.
And the Kissing Booth franchise.
I've never seen it, but
it's on Netflix. Check it out. It's insane.
And
is it good?
Carey Mulligan's going to be in it too. So
nice.
That sounds cool.
David Fincher movie, The Killer. I'm excited for John Wick Chapter 4.
Nice.
And can I list my last one?
Sure, go for it.
It's going to be a transition point.
Okay.
Great.
I don't think it's. I don't know if it'll be good, but I will see the Little Mermaid movie because I'm the Disney princess slut. So
fair enough.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm excited for Maxine.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Which leads us into X and Pearl.
My
by Ty
choices.
West.
My choices. I'm so excited. Oh my god. So let's cover Pearl first. How do we feel about that?
I'm good with that.
Yeah, Alexis, how do you feel?
Sure.
All right. So just to rattle it off real quick. So Pearl, for those of you who have not seen it, here's the description. Trapped on an isolated farm, Pearl must tend to her ailing father under the watch of her mother. Lusting for the glamorous life she's seen in the movies, Pearl's temptations and repressions collide. Which is very, very vague. Very cryptic.
Yeah. My repressions collided with this movie.
I don't
Gross.
think I'm going to watch this movie again after I saw it this time.
Really? Why?
Interesting.
Like, I think I'll rewatch X again, like, at some point, you know, like, when I want to show, like, other people it. But I just don't like Pearl as much.
Really?
I think that Mia Goth has an incredible performance in parts, but I just, like, don't care enough about her.
It didn't pass the so what test for you?
I think it's like the last third does, but there's so much of just like the rest of it before that I'm like, okay, like really it's only her monologue is what really like saves it for me. I remember like watching it the first time and being like, and actually like being moved to tears.
Right.
But that is really just strictly Mia Goth.
Interesting, because your experience was kind of similar to mine the first time I watched it. 'Cause I saw that twice in theaters. First time I was like, God, this isn't hitting the way X did. And then it got to like the third act, and suddenly I was all up in it. But on a rewatch at my third viewing now, when I watch it with you and Enrique, from beginning to end, I was totally into it.
Yeah, Pearl would have jumped up my year-end rankings. I really liked it on a second watch.
Yeah.
And I think something that, for me, it does better than X, because both movies are very clearly riffing on different styles of filmmaking.
Yeah.
Yes.
X is, riffing on 70s grindhouse, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is clearly a massive influence.
Yeah.
And Pearl is riffing more on, like, the golden age
Wizard
of
of
Hollywood,
Oz.
Wizard of
Yeah.
Oz.
Yeah.
I think Pearl captures that look exceptionally well.
It's
One of the
beautiful.
things that I did really enjoy, which I heard that it is, let me see here. I think, did I write it down? Okay, I didn't write it down, but like, the pig and just like how it decays.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of like, there's another movie that they kind of took that from where there's something that is decaying. I think it's like a rabbit or something. And it also parallels the decay of the protagonist's mind, essentially. So I kind of I liked that, the fact that like the pig is clearly decaying in the final throes of her descent into madness.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that.
I could have fixed her. She's a modern woman. Listen, Pearl is a modern.
Can I read this
Do
quote?
not. Yeah, no. I think.
Can I read a
think,
quote really quickly?
Sure.
Enrique said, "She doesn't have any eyebrows," and Zack said, "That's right. She's a sexy little freak." Yeah. Yeah, I put that on the record.
And I stand by it, and I'm not embarrassed.
God.
It's the thing.
Oh.
She is, and it's cool, and she's allowed. Is kind of the main thing that I came away with.
I think that the first time that I watched it, I found parts of her to be relatable. Like feeling like you're. You want to get the fuck out of this life that you're in, Like,
Yeah.
I kind of understand, like, being frustrated by the limitations of your position in life and like being a woman, I guess.
Yeah.
And but on the rewatch, I just didn't care about her.
Interesting.
I was just like,
wow.
Honestly, girl, shut up. I was like, I get it. You're fucking.
Stop talking,
You're
Mia.
fucking unhappy. Just fucking kill yourself like the rest of us.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'm sorry. So instead, she kills like 5 other people.
Yeah.
She's allowed. It's fine.
She's a sexy little freak.
She's a Listen, Pearl is a modern woman. She gets a little high to go to the movies. She wants to be an influencer. She does a TikTok dance. She would kill it in 2023.
No, yeah, she would
kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get that girl a smartphone.
I love the ending scene because she's trying so desperately to like make the face that she thinks she's supposed to make.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying so desperately to show her husband that
Do you still find that
everything's
funny?
fine.
That shot.
I never said that I found it funny.
I
I
find
said
it
that
funny.
I said that I
was that you that said it
no.
kind of funny?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Someone
I said
said
that I giggled.
Yes,
Because
Because I was so unsettled
Yeah.
that at some point I had to relieve my own tension in the
Oh,
theaters
okay.
by giggling,
Yeah.
but I was unsettled.
because I still find that ending shot just it's bone chilling. Her performance is so incredible. I describe Pearl as a grindhouse Hitchcock film. That's kind of what it feels like his earlier stuff from like the 50s and 60s a little bit. If it was all done in some Technicolor masterpiece.
I don't know that I would put it up there. I don't know. That
I'm
I
not
would
saying
put
it's
it up
as good as Hitchcock. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, I am. I think this movie is definitely as good as Hitchcock.
Opinions are subjective, so.
No. Is this wrong?
Yeah. So here's something I want to put out to the room here.
Sure.
Is Pearl the George Bailey of this town? Because I got so many parallels.
What?
I got so many parallels to It's a Wonderful Life. I'm like,
don't disrespect my Jimmy Stewart like that.
let me finish. I just want to.
He's not.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, what if George Bailey had never gotten out of his town, because he didn't, but instead of realizing, oh, you know what, I am going to be happy with everything I have, he becomes an axe murderer. That's what Pearl essentially is, where it's like, oh, I want to have a better life. No. Because her mother...
Is this opinion wrong?
This is a hard limit for me.
Her mother literally says... Her mother literally says, you're going to learn eventually to stop longing for things that you want and be happy with what you have. And I was like, It's a Wonderful Life.
First off, she's been killing animals for years. She specifically says, we used to have a lot more animals, but we don't now. Because she's been slowly murdering them.
She's been learning what it's like to kill that sexy
She
little
doesn't
freak.
have empathy. She is a fucking sociopath.
Well,
she can't even fucking make her face look how it's supposed to look to express emotions.
Yeah, this movie, you are raising a good point. This movie does really firmly puts in there that the two gardening tools you never want to see together are a hoe with a pitchfork.
Bruh. Bruh.
I thought this movie was fun. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the
for normal reasons.
I think the reason why I enjoyed Pearl on a rewatch was only for the parallels that it made to X. I think that was the only thing that I really found that interesting in the first 2/3 of the movie.
So Pearl really doesn't hold up for you on a rewatch.
No, but it did garner one of the best TikTok audios that I've ever heard trending, which was, I'm a star, please, I'm a star. Yeah, no.
Our featured background of the day.
So fucking good. Oh
yeah.
My God. No, wait. The other one, which I told Mick at one time I wanted to scream at him in a, deserted parking lot was, why are you leaving me? I thought you liked me!
Oh, yeah.
And, again, that's a skill issue on that guy's part. This fucking...
Just in general...
Little bit strange, quirky girl brings you back to her place. There's some banging in the walls. What does she say it is? Her dog. All right, I don't care.
And then she says... We don't have a dog.
Well, that's
Something
not my
that's a little.
okay. That's not my business.
Let's not forget, he walks in. you got the pig. You got the pig with maggots.
Yeah.
Then you have the dad in
I
the
don't know.
wheelchair.
She's been busy. She's got a lot to deal with.
It's
You have the dad that she is flaunting somebody that she just slept with, knowing that she is married.
And she had killed the mother before, the night before he
That
showed
was an
up.
accident.
So it's
to
an
be fair.
unconventional household.
To be fair, that death was an accident. I will give her that.
Yeah.
You know.
So
She
something
did
else.
nothing wrong.
I want to.
The dad is the one kill that's like really upsetting.
So would you guys agree that we love
Yeah.
psycho killers in general?
Yeah.
We do.
Brahms.
Yeah. We do.
My
But
sweet
I'm
boy
the
Brahms
weird
in the
one.
wall.
So here's the thing. Here's another thing I like about Pearl is I think this really resonated with audiences this year, especially with women. Because if you recall, during Halloween, so many women
female Joker was
dressed
the-
it up as Pearl, and we helped you film an audition tape, and you dressed
Yeah, it
as
was fun.
Pearl and Maxine. And
That's fun.
I think, honestly, Pearl is a psycho killer for the girlies. It really is. I think that's why it really resonated so much. We're now, okay, here is a serial killer that is just
A queen.
completely unhinged, but she's also a queen who literally slays.
She sure does.
So I think that's kind of cool. Like, I think that's just really exciting that we got a modern horror film that gives us a great killer, and it's a woman, and everyone fucking loved it and ate it up. So that's something I got to give the movie props for, is making a damn good horror film. It's also just a good movie with a fantastic lead female character.
Ty West is just so good at making us uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because
And
I have
horny.
never seen somebody tongue a scarecrow so thoroughly.
Oh yeah, it scared those crows away. That's
Yep.
you saw them flying away. It's not
Gave
just
a-
a scarecrow; you have to fuck it too, and that's what gets the murder
Yeah.
of crows.
It gives
When,
a
like-
whole new meaning to the term haunted hayride.
That's right.
Yeah, I think the other most unsettling part of the movie for me is
And that
when-
part was unsettling for everyone.
yeah.
Everyone was unsettled at that. And
Especially
no one
you, Zack.
was turned on.
Actually, I honestly, I was like, you know what, girl, get your shit, get that orgasm, ride that
See,
shit.
it's a horror movie for the girlies. I stand by it.
I was like, whatever,
I love how you can hear listeners, Alexis, think about what she just said, and then she just starts cackling.
What I wrote down was, bruh, she's tonguing that scarecrow real deep and then I said, LMAO, she's already hallucinating, and then I said, stop telling people to shush, Pearl, it's creepy. Then I said, LOL, here comes the orgasm.
Yep.
Yep.
There
That
it
is
is.
exactly what happened.
I love the split scene
Beat by
sequence during the end of the film, during the German mother's lullaby.
Beat.
Anyways.
Oh boy.
During the dismembering of Mitzi, combing her dead mother's hair as bits of scalp come off.
Oh yeah, that's
severing
nasty.
her dead
Tasty.
parents, serving her dead parents a maggoty dinner. I mean, and it's all done in this this symmetrical split screen kind of thing, and it is glorious Technicolor savagery. They
Yeah.
did such a good job. That's such a great sequence, and we get a choreographed dance number in this too, with
Yeah.
all the World War I.
She's
Terrifying.
good.
It's great.
Yeah, terrifying. Yeah, is what I was saying.
I'm not touching that.
I think it's great that we got a choreographed dance number.
I agree.
In a modern horror film.
I think she did a good job.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it was fun. No, but when she fucking pinches her dad's skin and then grabs the sound, the whatever Foley work that they did for the crunching in his throat when she grabs his throat, I was just like, and I'm not okay.
Yeah, all the little moments of casual cruelty to her dad are really upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
was
said his
like-
character is who got fucked over the most in
It's
2022 of any character.
It's like a child still working on its empathy, just horrifically curious, and it's terrifying.
Yeah. I have a transition point to X, if
Great,
you'd like.
let's do it.
I enjoy how when Maxine, Mia Goth's character in X, is shooting her scene in The Porter, the farmer's daughters,
Parallel.
she is dressed up essentially like
Exactly
porn
like-
parody
yeah.
Pearl.
Yes.
Pearl
Yeah.
wears the exact same
Yep.
overall
Yeah.
and handkerchief.
The short overalls,
handkerchief
yeah.
outfit. The only difference is that Maxine is wearing nothing under the overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Also,
noticed that too. Yeah,
the
that's a
cow's
great
name
detail.
is Charlie.
Stop, Charlie. This game has gone on long
She
enough.
literally, Charlie, stop staring at me.
Stop, Charlie. Stop, Charlie. Let's keep doing it.
Yeah, so X.
Yeah,
X,
released first.
Released first. We all three of that saw that in a
That was
theater
so
together.
fun.
Yes,
With
bonding
a,
experience.
With a little child in the theater as well.
Yeah, don't. If you have a young kid, go ahead and put this movie on after they go to bed.
And it was during the first sex scene that we saw that, by the way. I'll never forget seeing Kid Cudi get all up in that honey, and then suddenly this little child just like gleefully runs across the auditorium.
There's nothing like children mid-coitus to really put a damper on things, you know?
Isolate that audio and send it to everyone we know.
So
that reminds me of that line where it's like, don't say bricked up while there's children on the screen.
Didn't I say that?
Yeah, that's your quote. And you just violated your own. Well, I don't know. You're in line.
I stand by that.
You do stand by that.
I said it puts a damper on things.
Yeah, you're in the clear.
You're good, Alexis. Don't worry.
I said I don't want children around.
Okay, so Mick, would you like to read the synopsis of this film, or should I? I have it up.
I will go ahead and do that real quickly.
All right, do it really fast.
So, a group of actors sets out to make an adult film in rural Texas under the noses of their reclusive hosts. But when the elderly couple catches their young guests in the act, the cast find themselves in a desperate fight for their lives.
That's a pretty good description.
I like that description.
I love the opening shot because it's in like a specific aspect
4:3.
ratio, and then it pushes in
to... Is this another A24 movie in 4:3? Oh, wait.
And then it pushes in, and so it's not only just like, so they set the... They make the setting in like a 4:3 aspect ratio, and then they push in to a full screen and give you the context of the setting.
Yes,
it's
and
really
it also
great.
plays on audience expectations too. You know,
this is the one thing this kind of circles back to my one problem with X. Mm-hmm. I don't think it really captures the style of filmmaking that it's riffing on visually nearly as well as Pearl does.
I would agree with that. It does a noble job.
It doesn't really commit very hard to, aping that Texas Chainsaw sort of style.
It does in the beginning. When they're on the road and you see the semi truck and the carcass of the cow.
Yeah, but again, the actual sort of way it's shot does not really evoke that movie. The sort of dirtiness of the frame.
Right.
The only shots where you really kind of see that are the little bits of the porno that they're shooting, like when Jackson's filling up the tank of the car, filling up the tank of the plowing service van.
The plowing service van, so great.
Standing beside a sign that says, "Forward pump, please."
Yes.
But, that's just one thing that I would have liked to see.
Yeah.
I think Brittany Snow's character was meant to be a director. Also, she's my favorite part of the movie.
I'm with you.
She's
so good. She's
on
the
a
blonde
rewatch,
woman, in case you don't know.
I was like, you know what? One of the most underrated performances of the year.
I agree.
Certainly.
I agree.
Yeah.
Looking back at my what I would pick for the Oscars list, I'm like, should Brittany Snow be in there as Bobby Lynn in X?
I fucking love her. She's like, I just want the American dream. She just wants a little house with a backyard with a pool in it so I can tan my titties. I heard her say that. I said, amen, sister.
This is...
Alexis in her 10-gallon hat watching that shit.
You're goddamn right. I think this... I've mentioned this on previous episodes, but, who knows if you've listened to this podcast before. If it's your first time, hi. The thing that I love about X that puts it a cut above Pearl for me
is the
ensemble.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
so good.
I agree.
I just want to give a shout out to our manager. I mean, aside from him being a great character,
Wayne,
he's a great producer.
Yeah,
because he cares about his talent.
Yes.
He cares about the final product. And another detail I like is we all work in film production, and it's important to keep your crew fed.
Oh, yeah.
If you notice, he's the one that buys the groceries, he brings the groceries into the cabin, and he makes food for everybody.
He makes all them sandwiches.
He makes everyone sandwiches.
Yeah.
That's a little detail. I was like, you know what? That guy's a good producer.
And he's also a mediator.
Yeah.
He is.
Okay, this brings me to a note that I made. So there's a point where RJ, our college student film director who's directing this porno, his girlfriend Lorraine, who's been nervous this whole time, decides that she wants to see what Jackson Hole's featured background is all about.
Which happens at the end of a beautiful song, and then immediately she mic drops going, I want to be in the film. And then everyone stares at her.
Yeah, so, like, RJ gets upset, and Wayne is like, he handles that situation so well. He gives RJ sound advice, being like, listen, you should let her do this.
It's going to happen either way.
Good. Listen, you can either okay it or she can do it whether you want her to or not.
Oh.
Yeah.
He stands up for his actresses after RJ's like...
She's not like the other ones.
She's a nice girl.
girl.
I hate to be the one to tell you this. None of them nice girls.
Yes, that is one of my favorite fucking lines in the movie because I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of not nice girls, I love how Maxine, anytime she does a bump of coke, she immediately gives herself a positive affirmation afterwards,
and I think
which
that's
is something
beautiful.
to strive for.
yeah.
I love that for her.
This movie is kind of about the, beautiful power of cocaine to help you.
It does.
really
It lives
think
in
that
that
she's like,
subgenre.
what-
It does.
What is the she manifests so hard. Like all that fucking positive energy that Maxine has makes her the final girl, I think. You know, she just she manifested that survival.
Yep.
And isn't that
She will not
great?
accept a life she does not deserve.
Exactly.
Isn't that great that you just spoke about how you really didn't care for Pearl as a character because of, she's selfish and, she's a murderous psychopath. Like, do you even give a shit about her things?
She's negative as fuck.
She's negative as fuck. Then the sequel...
She's just like, boo-hoo, boo, fucking me.
The sequel, you
I'd
have
be
the
there to
same
support her.
actress, Mia Goth, playing a character, and you fucking love it, right?
Yeah.
And
I love Mia Goth.
Isn't that
love
what's great
Mia
about
Goth.
these two movies, though?
Yeah.
Is that
I
you
think
can
I
have
love Pearl
two different
more.
characters, so different, played by the same woman. That's fantastic.
I think the other thing that I really liked about X is that, it makes us kind of look at aging and how we kind of perceive people who are older as being sexless.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I think I wrote something. Oh, I said to be good is to be pure, to be a nice girl, to be old is to be sexless, to be helpless, and that's why the cameraman is the first to die.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck you, RJ.
Yeah, fuck you.
Real quick, speaking of sex, so there's a point where Jenna Ortega is trapped in the basement of the farmhouse.
Yeah.
And she sees this guy who the two old people, Howard and Pearl, have captive, and he's strung up from the ceiling by handcuffs, and he's nude, and you can see his dick.
Yeah.
Immediately after this, we go to the scene where Jackson is nude, and we see his dick.
Yeah.
I like that Ty West is like, I need to really communicate that this is a big fucking dick. Let's show another dick beforehand for contrast.
That
Dude.
and it's
Do your
backlit.
chain hang low, do it wobble to the floor.
Oh my god. Swing low, sweet chariot. I love that. Let's just slow down and talk about not Kid Cudi, but Big Cudi. It's backlit, and I love that. God, I'm so sorry for my parents that are probably listening to this, but he just kind of stands there, and without really moving his body, you get the wiggle. You get the little wiggle, and it's like,
It's
God,
a big wiggle.
It's sizable. It's
Girthy.
prominent.
Yeah.
It is earthy.
He's a
You're
large
right.
star.
He's a large star.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. I wrote down a bunch of lines from Wayne that I really love.
Wait. Can I say my favorite one from Wayne?
Please.
Sure.
Feel how hard my cock is.
Yeah. Oh, he took the best one. Damn it.
That's in there. Let's see.
That is the
whatever
Wayne-
you're doing, keep on doing it. People's eyes are gonna pop out of their damn skulls when they see this. We gonna be rich. Feel how hard my cock is.
Yes.
So good.
Let's see. There's the bit where he is looking for RJ.
Yeah.
2 keys to keeping a healthy relationship. Never let a good woman out of your sight, and never mention her weight.
Literally
How do
every
you
single
think
time.
I've been surrounded by so many beautiful females in my life?
Every single time I've seen that scene, I've literally been like,
He knows what he's talking about.
Amen.
He's such a great character.
Wayne is a wise and aspirational figure.
I love how he's looking out the window at our old creepy man walking away after they first get into the cabin, and people are like, I don't like him. He's like, don't harsh the mellow. The dude's just old. His pecker probably hasn't worked until before you were born. I'd hate people like us, too.
I also wrote that one
line.
down.
I love that line.
Yeah, I like when Wayne goes up to the door of the farmhouse to meet Howard for the first time. He's holding his hat, and Howard enters with the shotgun, so you see this long, protruding phallic symbol pointing right at an open hole. And that happens right before we start shooting the porno.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Another thing that I saw as a parallel to Pearl is when he talks about, like, I don't really like you. You seem like one of those bohemian types, and one of them seduced my wife.
Oh.
Last one.
I didn't-
last
That's
one.
why Pearl kills Wayne, and she kills him exactly the same fucking way that she kills the guy in Pearl.
Yeah.
With the pitchfork.
Wow.
Or no, she kills him with a knife in
No,
this
ki-
one.
Nope.
Who?
She kills him.
RJ? Oh, Wayne.
Wayne.
Wayne, right.
Wayne, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Pitchfork right to the eyes.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, folks.
Because he doesn't reject her. He doesn't do anything
No.
to her. She just doesn't like him because she sees him as, like, exploiting and kind of being similar to the same guy that she knew before.
The
Yeah,
projectionist.
which is,
Poor
you
guy.
know, why the projectionist just, should have had,
I
A
have
skill issue. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
he
saying?
has a
It's
skill issue. He has a
Two.
skill issue.
there is a two
He shouldn't have
lines
left.
from the fucking camera guy that just fucking kills me like each time, which was when they're at the gas station. He says, I want to make it real avant-garde, like they do in France. Okay. Because I was like, this is a fucking film student. Oh my
RJ,
God.
you fucking loser.
And
He's
then-
a loser because he's
and
like
then
us.
When they
I
roll
know.
up-
When he
they
says
roll
stuff
up-
that we say, I'm like, oh my
No,
God.
so this next one,
I
they
know
roll
what
up to
it
the
is.
fucking farmhouse and he says, it's perfect. It's going to add real production value.
I know.
Oh, I was thinking when they were all doing their toasts, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, to live in free and not caring what anybody says, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
To the power of independent cinema. Fuck
Oh
you,
my
nerd.
Yeah,
God.
Zach and I both in sync went, oh, fuck off.
Yeah, no,
Which
fuck
is funny
RJ.
because that's the kind of shit that we would
Yeah,
say.
and it's part of why
Oh
I
my
love
God.
this movie, is it's
Yeah.
about the origins of the American independent cinema.
Yes.
And horror and porno
Horror
films.
and porn. And yet it pays homage with Pearl to the big golden age.
Yeah.
All of the foundations of film are represented in here, folks.
So one thing that I real quick want to mention is I like that when the roll runs out on RJ shooting the scene in The Farmer's Daughter,
Yeah.
it transitions us into like the true horror portion of the film. Like you see the film run out on his camera. It it rolls on blank frames for a little bit, and then we are in the horror film. The porno is over. The horror film has begun. So I think that's fun.
That's cool.
That is cool.
I really liked the red filter that they have on the first death scene because to
The
me,
blood splattering the headlights.
Yeah.
So
It's-
cool.
It's blood, it's horror, it's passion, it's sex. She's coming.
Yeah.
And once again brought to a place of sincere promise.
I really hate how eloquent you are with fucked up shit, Alexis. Makes me
It is-
uncomfortable to sit
It is
next to
a
you.
true gift.
It is. It's a talent.
I also enjoyed Jenna Ortega's line. Nobody's coming to see this film for the plot. They're coming to see tits
Yeah.
and ass
Yeah.
and a big dick.
Yeah. Which is great, too, because earlier she has a question about how they're approaching the making of the movie, and RJ says, what's the matter? You prudish? Which then, when he becomes a stick in the mud about her appearing in the movie, she takes that line and throws it back at his face. What's wrong, you little prudish? So great. Good for you, Jenna Ortega. And I think this movie
Love
has
that for
such a strong ending where the police are investigating the aftermath of everything, and they find the camera, and they says, what do you reckon's on it? And our sheriff looks around and says, well, from the looks of it, one fucked up horror picture.
Yeah.
Bam. X. End credits. So good.
Jenny Ortega has such a fucking scream queen scream in the basement.
In the basement with the body.
It's great.
It's so
They
good.
used that for some of the posters, that screenshot.
Yeah.
It's
I
so
really
good.
like that. There was one poster, I think, right around when this movie got announced that was like a pair of legs making an X. I wish they had used that one more. I really liked that poster.
Yeah.
One of my favorite, like, the conversation that they're having in the living room is they're kind of talking about, like, morality and people's problem with them. And I think it's Bobby Lynn starts saying, we turn them on, and that scares them. And then Maxine says, and they can't look away. And she's like, we're like a foxy car wreck. And
Yeah, we're like a foxy train wreck.
yeah. And it's giving very much like Society of the Spectacle. It's giving like Crash, the movie by Cronenberg. And I was
So
like,
good.
that's hot.
Sorry, it has nothing to do with the movie. Really quickly, you're going to Nashville soon, right?
I am, yeah.
Can you please use your Southern accent at one
Oh,
point?
you want
because
me to talk like
it's
Bobby
really
Lynn?
good.
Yeah, it's
You have a
You like
really
it?
good Southern accent.
Even
yeah.
better.
I think that's
than
actually
your-
one of my actually okay accents.
It's even better than your Irish accent.
Well, didn't you say that
Maybe
recently
I'll work on it before I meet Barry.
a country that's now listening to us is Australia?
Australia has jumped up in our listenership. More people are listening to us.
They
in
probably
Australia.
it's probably because they heard her Irish accent. They were like, "Well, crikey, mate, we best part listening to this podcast. We love it down here, down under." Speaking of Australia,
This is
Now
my
that-
villain origin story.
speaking of Australia, one thing that X does so well and reminds us of how powerful and horrifying animal attacks can be in the horror genre. I speak, of course, of the alligator.
They set that up so well.
That shot, the aerial shot of Maxine swimming, and then you
good.
see that there's no jump scare sound. There's no
Tension.
big jolt. You just see this giant creature start swimming behind her. And I remember the three of us, when we were in theaters and we saw this, we were like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Turn around. Turn around. So great. Well, I want more animal attacks in my horror movies, guys. Come on.
Actually, you
Give
know
it to me.
that
Give it to me.
crocodile, if it's the same one, it's Theta, right? And that's named after a silent film star.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
God, see, she
Wow.
loves films.
She
we would
does.
get
She really
along.
does.
She's
Me and
devoted.
Pearl, like that.
Freaky little... Anyway,
Sexual freak.
oh, God.
So
I'm sorry, listeners.
I'm not. I am not sorry.
I'm so glad I have to leave in a few minutes.
So
I'm gonna step out of this murk.
I would just like to say that watching these two movies back to back in the same day,
Yeah.
X really does feel like a second chapter in a trilogy
It
about
does.
people pursuing their dreams of stardom.
Yeah.
Because Maxine's arc really does, at the end, feel like it's just beginning. She's come into conflict with Pearl, this character who tried to pursue her dreams and failed because she wasn't up to it.
Yeah.
So I'm really
And a psychopath.
well, you know, nobody's perfect, and it's really fucked up. It's because she wasn't blonde. You
Well,
know
is
what?
she a sociopath?
It's
You know
'cause
I
she
don't like
wasn't
blondes.
blonde.
Is
yeah,
she a
and you know
sociopath
what?
or a
I don't
psychopath?
either. Pearl, you did a great dance, and you should have been in the dance troupe.
Yeah, well, you know what? Fuck Mitzi, but I really like Bobby Lynn.
Well,
Yeah.
I love that after she kills RJ and X, she does the exact same dance routine that she did when she was younger on stage.
Yeah.
It is the exact same dance routine,
Yeah,
which is
it is.
amazing because, folks, for those of you who don't know this, I don't know why you wouldn't, X came out first.
Yeah.
X was made first. So it's really cool because
Yeah,
Zack
Pearl
and
was
I...
written during the making of X.
Zach and I watched Pearl first, and then we rolled X, and it's amazing how they line up together.
That was my one thing where I was like, this feels like a plot hole, but there's like a
Which part?
picture of her as a dancer, and she said she used to be a dancer, and I was like, but was she ever a dancer?
She was in her heart.
Yeah.
Also, that picture was taken before the events of Pearl, because you see that picture in her room at the beginning of Pearl.
Oh,
Yeah.
Before she does her beautiful, beautiful dance in front of the
Touche,
mirror.
Ty
Oh,
West.
yeah,
And she
and
does great.
The
And she has
fucking-
stage presence.
So I do actually really like the set design of all the dolls that are in her room, because you can really tell that like she's been frozen in time, stuck in a single-minded maturity, and I think that the end of Pearl ending on her face frozen like that is a really good place to pick up on X in a certain way.
Yeah, because she's been,
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found the scene where Bobby Lynn is... what's that song that she's singing?
Oh, Landslide.
Landslide, yeah. I found that where we're cutting in between scenes of the crew and the actors listening to Bobby Lynn sing and scenes of Pearl putting on makeup. I found it very sad. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
my girl,
No, it is
she
sad.
never made it off the farm.
Well, that's what I'm
This
saying is that
I
beautiful
still feel bad for
young
her.
girl, full of life, so
Oh, well,
hot, so talented and hot.
it's like I'm
She
really
should've made
glad
it.
that I watched X first before I watched Pearl, because I think if I had watched X second, I would have been like, yeah, sorry, you kind of deserve that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Also, kind of gross. She's using the same hairbrush to brush her
Yep.
hair that she
Yep.
used to brush her mom's fucking
Charred
decimated
corpse.
scalp.
Healing scalp.
Yeah,
peeling
I
off.
noticed
Oh.
that too.
And I was like, really? You never got another brush? That seems like a priority.
I love it. That's your hang up. Girl, get a new brush.
it's
Come on.
pretty,
We're not made
but-
of money.
Yeah. But no, I think, Zach, you theorized the first time I watched this, and now I'm firmly agree with you that the reason that, what was the husband's name?
Howard.
Howard stayed was because
We're gonna say this.
that mad pussy. That's why he stayed, was because the sex was incredible.
Yeah, sex is crazy.
That's because like it sounds like we're trying to be funny, but I do.
I think thematically
Yeah,
that
no,
makes sense.
I mean that. I like, because why else would Roger? Why do I keep saying that? Howard. Why else would Howard stay? Because he walks in on the whole family being complete. This is now I'm talking about Pearl. They're decaying. They're at the dinner table, and she's just smiling at him. Why would Howard stay? Why wouldn't Howard run out? And the answer, sex life. I'm not wrong.
Really glad that I get to leave soon.
But do you disagree though? Because I want to hear. Why do you think Howard would
I just
stay?
don't understand the whole argument of like the pussy was so good I couldn't leave, because let me tell you, somebody could fuck me so well and I would still fucking go.
It's called commitment.
Yeah, it's a skill issue.
Don't know
Alexis.
her.
Skill issue.
It's a
Don't
skill
know
issue.
her.
Skill issue from Alexis.
But why do you think Howard stayed? To protect society, to keep her contained, or what?
Should be gripping.
Oh my God. Okay.
I actually, what do you think how do you think Howard reacted during that whole like last scene of Pearl? What do you think his face looked like as she's fucking
Probably
shattering, her face is shattering?
I
like
would
a
imagine
porcelain
he
doll.
probably looked like me, which is just completely horrified and petrified.
I imagine he looked more like me, which would explain his behavior.
Oh God.
You know,
What do you think, Alexis?
I don't know. Maybe a little Stockholm, and then, well, I guess the sex is good enough.
See, there it is. Hey,
And I think
Alexis,
that's a good,
Alexis,
great place
you gotta
to
hit me
wrap
with
it up.
that one. No.
No.
Oh,
No.
she's
You wanna
not
get
fist
down
bumping
below?
me.
I'll dap you up.
No.
Thank you.
I'm all, I just, no. No. I'm ready to go. I'm going to go see a movie that's actually from the 40s.
What are you gonna see?
Bringing Up Baby with Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant.
Oh, nice.
It is the movie
Great.
that defined the screwball romantic comedy genre.
Oh, fantastic.
Well, speaking of romantic comedies,
That's right.
we are heading into our romance month.
Oh.
Hope everybody's cuddled up with someone they love, has been listening to me talk about how bad I
Why-
want to fuck a serial
But
killer.
you know
Why
what?
would
If
you
not,
say that?
if you don't have someone you love or someone who loves you,
You can have these movies.
yeah, you will have these movies and love yourself.
Yeah.
Love yourself, folks.
Hard.
But then also, if you
Actually-
do have a partner, love your partner too.
Or do like a big fat line of Coke and just manifest that shit in the mirror like Maxine does.
If there's one thing we learned from X and Pearl is to do a big line and to love yourself.
And speaking of love,
Okay.
next week we will be talking about When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, good
This
choice.
is a group consensus pick.
Yes.
Rob Reiner's When Harry Met Sally.
This is not a compromise week because
is
we
not.
all
Yes.
genuinely like this movie.
We all love this
it.
movie.
Yeah.
Meg Ryan, Billy Crystal, Carrie Fisher. Let's go.
You
Guys,
can.
I hope to be a style icon like Billy Crystal in this movie
I
someday.
know. I'm going to be dressed like him as we watch the movie. I'm going to wear my sweater, my blue jeans, my white sneakers, the whole thing. Can't wait.
Wonderful.
And if you guys want to not follow us, but if you guys want to watch it too, so that way when you listen to the episode, you'll be all caught up. It is available to rent on Amazon Prime. You can also rent it on YouTube, or you can just watch it on Blu-ray like an adult, like how we're going to do.
This movie's been out since the 90s, and if you don't have a copy of this fucking movie, move your ass and go get one.
Yeah, seriously.
And yeah, if
Such
you
a
want
good
to,
film.
if you want to find us on the internet, you can find us at Film Majors Pod on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And if you want to send us your thoughts on something you'd like us to discuss, you can shoot us an email at filmmagerspod@gmail.com.
Have we gotten any listener emails recently?
No new ones.
No.
No
Okay.
one loves us.
Or I haven't checked
Well,
the
that's not
email.
true,
Which
but
one is it?
No one
We'll
wants to
find
write
out.
us.
It's not February yet. I'm not practicing self-love.
And let's cut the episode with that, folks. Bye-bye. Have a good one.